Hey guys, I'm just going to be a moment. Figured I'd kick the stream off and see how well this works. I probably should have checked earlier, but I kind of sort of just found it. So apparently, Restream, the thing that I've been using to dual stream on Twitch and YouTube, has a chat web thing that lets me see the chat as it's going, and also has a built-in, what's it called, a built-in chat viewer thing. I'm just trying to figure out the proper way to... Okay, why is this not working? Well, it's a browser. It is a browser-based thing, and also now it's allowing me to only need to look at one chat window. It gives me an icon that tells me which chat all the messages are coming from, be it Twitch or YouTube, and it is very nice. Is this a local file? No. Okay, so this says that I should be able to copy this URL, paste it in. Doesn't appear to be working properly. I don't know. I don't know. Let's try refreshing the cache again. Why does it keep going back to that OBS thing? Wait. Okay. That's working. Okay. I just need to figure out how to properly shape it. But this could make my could make this a little easier, because I've been somewhat frustrated by my lack of by what's the word? Okay, I do not need this thing to be 800 pixels wide. Let's see, 500. Wait. Doesn't actually give me the dimensions in there, which is frustrating, but wish it would actually give me the dimensions. Let's try that. Okay. Somewhat working. I'm trying to move this to an area that won't be in the way of the stream, because let's see. I guess not much shows up in the top left. I nearly forgot what left and right were. Yeah, not much shows up in the top left. Let's just use that. Sorry for those of you who were expecting gaming. Ha, silly gaming. Why would I ever game on stream? No. You all get to watch me fiddle with... Okay, so it automatically resizes for the window. Nice. Yeah, right about there seems right. There we go. Well, now that that's done, I'll actually have an archived version of the stream chat. Hopefully it won't look too jarring, but I've been trying to figure out a way to properly archive stream chat because YouTube doesn't do that, which is a dumb thing. But now this will archive both chats. It'll use little icons to let people know who's talking where. All around a decent tool. At least I think so. How to properly resize my own chat, because I never think to do that beforehand. And I don't have to resize two separate chat windows. I only have to worry about the one. The one annoying thing about this is that I have to... There we go. Now I've got the settings actually closed. Okay. Here we go. And, I just noticed that it actually has a viewer count up at the top, so I can actually see how many people are watching. Nice. This'll be a good setup for, you know, other streams, hopefully, and probably New Year's Finest when I kick that off. And so, of course, New Vegas hangs up. No, I spoke too soon. So how's everyone in chat doing tonight? You know, I think we've done quite a large portion of our quests. Happy New Year, Anton. It's not quite the New Year for me yet. Actually, speaking of the New Year, to those who haven't been here when I've been talking about it, I am going to be doing a major New Year's stream starting at 10 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. My god, I hate time zones. There's actually 2 Eastern Standard Times. I am speaking of the American one and not the Australian one. That's a fun clarification to have to make. God, I hate time zones. Now, let's see. I suppose today we are questless in New Vegas. Well, I mean, technically we've got quests, but those are all the DLC stuff, and I'm not really sure I want to kick that off yet. It's nice actually being able to see what everyone in both chats is saying, and not having to carefully readjust 2 separate chat windows to make sure everything is looking alright. I'm just going to take a half moment to double check the... Yeah, and it's looking alright, to me at least. Maybe not the greatest, but not bad. Tonight's looking out to be a good night for streaming, for me at least. Someone else is probably trying to stream and having a horrible, horrible time. They've taken all my bad streaming luck. Although, I say that, but I have no fucking clue where I'm gonna go. Yeah, I suppose I've already failed to render into Kaisar. Let's see. I believe I was supposed to go to Vault 3 for an unmarked quest, so let's set a marker there. An artillery run. Are you talking about the boomers? Or is this something entirely unrelated to New Vegas? Oh, the delay's back? Or is that just a chat delay? Okay. I don't mind a chat delay so much. I'm not exactly a fan of it, but it's better than my audio being weird like it was. Let me see if I can fix that real quick. Yeah, my god, this is a bad delay. I might just keep this... I might just keep this around for the... for the lovely overlay there. Yeah, I'll use it for tonight, see how bad it affects things. And if the chat delay is really too jarring, I'll switch back to using the YouTube and Twitch windows separate. I wish I had like a separate device that I could use things for, but... or that I could open up the chats on, but... or a separate monitor, but... I do not, so... it's playing in a little window and having chats up for me. Either way. We're heading to Vault 3, I believe. Sounds about right. Who are we getting into a fight with? All the way over there, huh? Yeah, low light vision is not something I want to use in the evening. Then again, I suppose even in reality, evening light kinda sucks. Actually, this feels like midday, maybe. I could tolerate this. Ah. So it's not like a new... that's... yeah, that's fair enough. I would say probably just send them back to jail. But... yeah, that is a different vault. This is the vault with the fiends. The vault that decided they were going to try and be nice to the fiends. I wish I had a scope for this thing. Well, this vault, you can actually still pass some speech checks and such, and you actually need to for a Great Khan's quest. So actually, I may hold off on this one, because I actually like the Great Khans. I think Papa Khan is a fucking idiot, but... Which quest? We don't have a quest at the moment. There is an unmarked quest in Vault 3 from McCarran. I believe... I actually accidentally stumbled on that vault a while ago. I don't remember which one it was. And I just kind of went in because it was a cave, and why not? But you know what? I think I'm gonna go say hi to the boomers. Should probably pour myself a mug of tea. Yeah. Have my Vault 19. At this rate, I'm getting perks faster than I actually get things that I want to do with them. So I'm half tempted to just waste a perk on Explorer. I really do consider that one a bit of a wasted perk. Seriously, Zero? I need to stop running into things. Out of all the ways you could enter the chat, that's the one you pick. Oh, I already did the Bounties quest Dutch. Speaking of bounties, I keep meaning to install New Vegas bounties. And then I keep forgetting. I didn't know that it marked unmarkable things. Oh god. Yeah. I almost did that with one of them. I want to say... We got into a fight, and... I think Boone gunned him down. But of course did it with headshots exclusively, because it's Boone. Well, Zero, the issue with that is that I don't fast travel. Hey Matt, welcome to the chat. Yeah, I'm keeping both my companions on me at almost all times. I'm definitely gonna leave them behind when we hit the boomers, because they're going to die horrible deaths. Yes, Dutch, real-time travel. And by real-time travel, I mean I'm walking from one end of the map to the other. And what kind of character am I playing? I'm playing a full-on NCR guy. Had a little bit of a backstory kind of thought up for him, but at this point I'm not sure it matters. He used to be in the NCR military, got sick of getting shot at, so he joined up with the Mojave Express. And, well, we all know how that worked out. I am, in fact, doing hardcore mode. Otherwise, I would not care. Are you...
I hear someone went crazy.
Oh, shit.
On the strip, shot the place up or something. Watch out!
Is that how you want to play, huh?
No, that's the wrong button. I was hitting Q instead of tab.
Tag me. Don't.
You like that?
I don't think I'm gonna make it through this one. What just happened? I may actually reload. Yeah. That one was a mess. Normally I'm not a big fan of reloading my saves just for stuff like that, but there was user error there. This time we're just gonna go straight for the boomers. Straight up north. Oh wait, I need to change my weapon quickly. Not gonna run around with a with an assault rifle with no ammo. Hey Will, welcome to the stream. I may pick up a Fat Man. This is actually the first time I'm doing a character with any kind of explosive skill. Usually I completely skip over that. Not normally a fan, but I don't know, I've been having a lot of fun with the explosive weapons. I'm half tempted to do a guardsman sort of character. Get some combat armor and a reinforced helmet as quickly as I can. Pump all of my weapon skills into energy weapons and carry around a laser rifle. Matt, I hate the Legion because they keep doing shitty things to me while I'm on stream. This is not the first time that I've just had a random group of legionary assassins appear out of nowhere over the mountains. I already have Sneering Imperialist Rob. That is a fair reason to hate the Legion, Dutch. I really don't like the Legion, mostly because... Or, I mean, I suppose I have heard the reasoning that, like, some people like the Legion because it is certainly the safest of all of the wasteland civilizations to live in. It is not the nicest by any means, but it is the safest. Whereas the NCR isn't necessarily safe all the time, it's kind of a bureaucratic mess, but it's fairly free, which is why I tend to favor the NCR. I should bind... I do have extra mouse buttons. I could theoretically bind quick save to one of them. Ooh, I only meant to hit that twice. Yeah. Safety for Liberty is one of those... I want to say it was Ben Franklin had a quote about that. And... it's actually a really good quote that I wish I could remember.
That how you want to play, huh?
It's just another Brahmin. You are not worthy of my rare 308 ammo. We're having steak tonight. Democracy is non-negotiable. Yeah. I don't, personally, I dislike the Legion, but I can acknowledge that they've got a few merits. I'll also say that they're going to go the way of of actual Rome and just have their emperors slowly get worse and worse. That's actually someone's house. Who the hell would live in this dilapidated area? Yeah, I don't really like House, mostly because his whole thing is that he's supposed to be super logical and seeing the best possible outcomes of everything. But there's like several times during his quest where there was a clear better option that they just didn't put in. And there's even one point where, when he wants you to go kill the Brotherhood of Steel, earlier on in development they had actually planned to do something that would allow you to let the Brotherhood live and still side with House. But they took that out, and all the code is still in there. You just can't access it without modifications. And that sort of shit kind of bothers me. Hey, good to see you. Yeah, exactly, because I'd already had, I'd already been taking Veronica with me. She was the only person I really hung around with. Yay! Finally I found 545! Granted, it's only a little over half a mag's worth. But still, I've been looking for this stuff. I just need to check what the mods are on this thing. Alright. I'm really surprised they didn't do polymer furniture for the AK-74. Because that is a famous thing that the AK-74 added to the AK family of rifles. I mean, I've got plenty of ammo for other things. I don't really think that's... what I'm carrying right now, Dutch, is a 74. There is a 47, but I do not have that. The AK-74 is a update for the 47 that was developed in 74. It used a smaller caliber, a 545 by 39, rather than the 7.62 by 39, but was significantly more accurate and was designed to be laser accurate at long range. Or not at long range, laser accurate on full
Fine
auto.
by me.
I meant to say. Oh, I've got some 7.62. Maybe I should have bought the 47. I I'm personally a big fan of the 74 for various reasons. And yeah, you can take the Abilene Kid BB gun. Don't try using it, but you know, take it. And I don't have enough alcohol on me. I do not have EDE. I didn't really think about it. Hey, Nuker. Welcome to the stream. Okay, I think here is where I leave you guys.
I'll sit tight.
I'll hold up here. Don't be long.
Good.
Whoa there, pal. You better slow down, or you'll get blown up like the rest of the idiots who thought they'd scavenge in Boomer territory. Now that I've got your attention, might you be interested in a little information? It'll cost you, but it's well worth the investment.
You can tell me, or you can tell the underside of my boot. Now, thanks for the warning. What's not going on past these signs?
Oh, lordy, lordy. You haven't heard of the Boomers? What rock have you been living under?
Yes, Rob is now
They're
a mod.
bunch of artillery-slinging, grenade-lobbing odd jobs.
I need someone to help me take care of the guy who was spamming YouTube chat last night.
As mincemeat.
Alright, and is there a way to get past?
There is a way, and I'll tell you. For a little wager.
Alright, let's hear it.
Well, I know the secret to get past. If you give me the caps, I'll tell you. If you make it back alive, I'll double your money.
That sounds worth it. You got yourself a bet.
Okay, here you go. That page has the details, but it's all in the time.
What's up with my vision? That would be...
I'll be here watching. So
that would
I'll
be
know
my
if you
night
made it to
vision.
the gate
It turns all of
Remember,
the
there's
people
600
here...
caps in it if you make
Or it highlights living people. I'm just going to quick save now. No, I do not mean you, Nuker. There was a guy who just kept spamming messages and creating new accounts. I wasn't paying enough attention. So I'm just going to do a sprint through. Oh god, this is not going to end well. Okay, what did you have? Shit. I mean, Japan actually does have giant robots at the moment. That's the thing. Like, they showed them off. I wonder if they made a note of that. Oh hey, Nellis artillery timing details. Nice. Alright, let's see. Key to avoiding the artillery is to move up from building to building up the northwest side of town towards the front gate. Stick to the high cover in the northeast corner of the two buildings. Then make a beeline for the gate. Okay. So move along the northwest side of town. So north. So that's the northwest side. Okay. And then duck into the high cover in the northeast corner of the houses. Okay. I can do this. Yeah, no. 12 in a salvo. Thank you. I'll keep that one in mind, too. Charging into battle is a legitimately stupid tactic now that guns are a thing. Like it had its place many, many years ago. It does not have its place anymore. Building. Thankfully, I have a roof. And then just make a beeline for the gate. Nice. Whew. I did not expect that to work so well.
Hold it right there. Don't you move. How the hell did you survive that bombardment?
That is the best thing to hold someone up with. Absolutely. Oh, yeah. Like, even today, or, like, even today, like, even the Yakuza have trouble getting guns into Japan. Let's see. Simple enough, run and hide all the time.
But I had you zeroed in the whole time. Nobody's that fast. Move a muscle now and I'll blow you to pieces.
I didn't come here to attack you.
Then just stay where you are. Raquel will be here any second.
I'll take this from here. I'm Raquel, Master-at-Arms for the Nellis homeland. Mother Pearl, our eldest, wishes to speak to you.
Matt, we're not going to be Space Marines. That's a few thousand years off. And they're all going to be clones of our glorious Man-Emperor of mankind. Alright. What is Master-at-Arms?
I oversee the security of the Nellis homeland, from the coordination of its defense to the training and fitness of its population.
Nozao, the Man-Emperor of mankind. All hail the Man-Emperor of mankind. Praise be to the Man-Emperor of mankind. Alright, yeah, lead the way.
Follow close, and mind your behavior.
Welcome, child. Took your sweet time getting here, didn't you? I've been waiting a good 5 years for an outsider to come along and visit.
No, you will not. See, YouTube chat has the right idea. I am eating chocolate-covered cashews. They are very nice. Zhao, no. You realize they can see you this time, right? You didn't exactly roll out the red carpet.
Those howitzers of ours aren't just for entertainment, child. Explosive ordnance is what keeps the savages at a distance. Except you. There's something special about you, child, and it was the howitzers that gave you a chance to show it.
Okay. Okay, how can I be of assistance?
Oh, so many.
I'd rather
ways.
not get blown
Small
up.
ones to begin with, so we can get used to what it's like to have a outsider around and about. Should that go well, it maybe you can help in big ways too. We'll have to see.
Alright, how can we trust each other if you're going to be keeping secrets?
You have to keep in mind that you're our first contact with the outside world since I was barely a woman. Seclusion has kept us safe, but the world around us is changing. Neon
That
lights
is
in the
exactly what this
distance,
is, Rob.
Patrolling robots, soldiers. My youngers think our guns can keep out the world, but I think we need to let it in just a little, or become its victim. You're that little bit of the world, child. Welcome to Nellis.
Matt, I have no policy on that because I really have no idea what I'd do. I'm still kind of getting used to actually having people watching things that I do. Let's see, where do I start?
You picked a good time to stop by, for we're swimming in problems. My youngers can tell you all about it. Raquel could use help with the bug problem. Doc Argyle has wounded he's tending to. And Loyal and Jack might be looking for help with some repairs. Or you could just go see Pete at the museum and hear the story of our people. All you have to do there is listen. Come and go as you like, help or don't help, I leave it up to you. But I hope you'll show my youngers that not every outsider needs to be blown up.
Hello.
Hollow Knight.
Hey.
Yeah, I've heard that I want to say that Yahtzee did a review on it a while ago. It's a lot like a sort of 2D cutesy Dark Souls sort of thing. Yeah, I remember Argyle needs a high medical score. Which is why I'm not gonna try that.
Hello.
Yeah, let's bring it up to medium. I think I can take that marker off now. So let's see. Okay, 65 isn't exactly a high medical score, but it's high compared to what I've got. It's high compared to 12. Let's see. Most medical station, that's gonna be... I think this is the one where we've got the mural. No, that would be a different one.
Hello.
Wow, that place needed low light vision and a flashlight. How am I alive? Well, I've got this thing called a heart that continues to pump blood to the rest of my body, which allows oxygen to travel, which my corporeal form burns off as a way of sort of fueling itself. If I could decide the location of a Fallout game, if I'm really honest, I kind of want to see how Australia's doing. Dutch skill magazines give me 20 because I have comprehension. Normally they give 10. Now where is the...
Hello.
I have not done Old World Blues yet, so I'm not a cyborg at the moment. Let's see, where's the one with... the kid and the mural. I want to say that's Loyal. No.
Sorry, no time to talk, outsider. I hope Pearl knows what she's
you just say
doing,
you have
letting
no
you
time to
wander
talk?
around Nellis as you please.
Alright, let's see. Looking for ways to make myself useful.
If that's so, how about you look into repairing the solar arrays on the roof of the generator building? Nothing too
Sure.
complicated about it, but it's a long ways to walk my old bones, and there's been that ant problem over near there. You can't miss the array. It's on top of the generator building smack dab in the middle of Nellis between the two runways.
Matt, I guess I've got my email. I guess, like I said, I really don't know. How many percents of games? Do you mean like how much do I usually complete, or? Dutch, have you heard of Tales of the Wasteland? Or is it Tales from the Wasteland? It's Tales something the Wasteland. Now, let's see. Yeah, pass through a place called Helios 1. Maybe I could find some spare parts.
Are you talking about that damn bright light we've seen blast off to the south occasionally? I was wondering what the hell that was. If they've got the parts, bring them on back. We need to get the array back up and charging.
Alright.
No.
Yeah, I haven't even seen those. Why would I ask about those? Oh yeah, I know there's the Beyond. I know there's Beyond Skyrim. Who are, you know, making different areas to travel to. I know they finished Bruma recently. And they're planning on doing some other ones. But Tales from the Wasteland basically mixes Fallout 3 and 4 together. So you start out playing Fallout 3, and you can do a certain thing that'll let you travel to the Mojave. It's kind of cool. Yeah. Okay, I'm not actually sure where I'm going right now. I keep doing this. Okay, there's something right. There's something immediately to my left, so I'll do that. Probably not supposed to be in here, but...
Hey. Idle thumbs tend to get blown off around here. Get moving.
Huh. It's an interesting...
Mother Pearl's instructions are clear. You can move freely around Nellis, and artillery spotters have orders not to fire on you.
Thank
These
you.
are extraordinary privileges. Don't abuse them.
Abuse them to their fullest. Got it. Mother Pearl said you have a bug
Long
problem.
story short, the power failed a few days ago because giant ants have tunneled into the generator room and set up a nest. I led a team down to exterminate them, but there were so many of them. We lost. 2 killed, 3 wounded. Personally, I think it's more than a savage can handle. But if you want to kill those ants and switch the power back on, feel free.
Sure. I'll do it. Even though you are just trying to get
Don't
me
get
killed.
my hopes up. One other thing. The ants must be eating gunpowder from the munitions down there. Or something. They exploded when hit by a flamethrower.
Yeah, Dutch. I remember
One of us
someone
was
talking
using a
about
laser
that
pistol.
last stream.
Same thing. Bullets
There's
are okay.
a
Just don't hit the
it's like
artillery
it's like a
shells.
work in progress
Loyal's been
thing
working
that's
on
supposed to
some
be
kind of
something of a
weapon to use
backstory
against
for New
them.
Vegas
Maybe you should check with him.
that takes place in the NCR, like in the area, not the faction. The area ruled by the faction. Alright, I need to go grab my followers. Yeah, Alaska would be interesting, but I also feel like if they really wanted to do that, there would also be something of an issue with, Alaska is not exactly the most hospitable environment. So, they'd probably have a lot more pressure to put, you know, a survival thing in there. Oh yeah, I will loot them as soon as I get out of here. I forgot where the gate is, actually. Over here? I'm gonna guess over here. I'm seeing guard posts and such. Maybe. Yes. No. No. It's over here. Probably. Yeah, it would risk. It would. The Skyrim risk isn't very, big, but Alaska, depending on which part of Alaska you're in, and depending on what time of year it takes place during. Like if it takes place in the dead of winter, Alaska would be a rough place. I've actually got, I think I might have some relatives up in Alaska, come to think of it. But it's not the most hospitable environment in the United States. I think that'd probably be Hawaii, actually. Giant radiators might actually be kind of fun. Okay, what are you?
Another glorious day in this man's army.
Okay, then. I can't find the door. This is something of a problem. Wait, no, I'm going the right way. See you later, Zhao. I think it would actually be... Actually, now that you mention it, it might actually be very interesting to see, you know, Fallout in like some chain of islands. Because like Hawaii has a bunch of military bases there, so it would be a strategic military target, and would likely have been hit by a few nukes. So it'd be interesting to see, you know, an irradiated Hawaii, and maybe like having to captain some kind of ship to travel between the islands, and weird irradiated mutated sea monsters. Yeah, trying is always the issue with coming up with a system like that. Okay.
I hear someone went crazy in one of the casinos on the strip. Shot the place up or something.
I've got your back.
Shot the place up. Oh, do you mean when I gunned down Benny? And then his bodyguards? Oh yeah, he does owe me money. I always forget about the people who owe me money. Remind me to never become a debt collector.
Jumping Jesus on a pogo stick. You're the first one to make it through alive.
I believe you said you would double my money.
Yep. Here are your caps.
That was 600 caps.
Sorry about that. Poor memory. Here you
go. No, I think I've actually had... actually have some people do that to me. Where, you know, I'll lend money for something and I just won't get it paid back. Hey, Talimi, welcome to the chat. Whoa, what kind of mountain goating are you doing, Cass? Yeah. Of course, usually when I do actually wind up lending money to people, I'll say something along the lines of, like, pay me back when you're comfortable with, you know, when you're actually comfortable with money, things like that. And I only loan out money if I actually have any on myself, which is rare. Although I do tend to make mistakes like, say, buying theme park tickets for a friend who wants to hang out, but, like, neglects to mention that he can't handle roller coasters at all, and refused to actually go on any of the rides. That was very odd. What do you mean, no rad roaches in Hawaii? There would be rad roaches. Oh wait, no, I misread that comment. There would be some NPCs, there certainly would. And ghouls. And given that there are military bases and Deathclaws were a military experiment, I wouldn't be surprised if there were a few Deathclaws. That is exactly what I was thinking, Mega. What was I doing? I was looking for the corpses out here. That's right. I should probably finish my tea. See, I just finally got around to watching Moana recently, and now all I'm thinking about is a giant irradiated version of the chicken from that movie. Grim, have you ever been to Australia? Or Florida? Anywhere that is warm, anywhere that is consistently warm has an just immediately has an awful roach problem. Oh, yeah, I'm not saying it wouldn't, I'm not saying Bethesda wouldn't fuck it up. But I mean, on the one hand, it would probably turn out awful. But on the other hand, we can always dream. We can dream about our perfect obsidian-made Fallout Hawaii. Ah, if only I had any interest in putting on power armor. Let's see, I took ammo from him. That's not my ammo. That's also not my ammo. Yeah, I do not need microfusion cells. Oh my god, those things are heavy. I'm glad I don't use energy weapons. Fallout 4's engine. So Morrowind's engine. It's literally the same engine. They haven't changed engines since Morrowind and just keep trying to push it further. And it's a god-awful fucking mess. It's why people keep going, are you making a new engine for the next Elder Scrolls? Every time they announce one. Mega, if you like Arizona, or if you love Arizona, Wasteland is the post-apocalypse for you. Because it takes place entirely in an Arizona Dust Bowl that no one can enter or leave. I don't know. I think you'd have a couple of crazy bogans who might survive. Honestly, my biggest question about a Fallout Australia is, would anything really change? Not because of the whole, oh, Australia's a death world already sort of thing, but because Australia has very little tactical significance. And it has, from what I can tell, it didn't really get itself involved in the, yes, I did find the holotape Dutch. And it didn't really get itself involved in the war between China and America. So, they wouldn't have actually gotten nuked, and they wouldn't have had the crazy experiments with the FEV that the US did. So I'm trying to figure out if there actually would be any change. Tabletop games that involve line infantry battles. Are you talking tabletop war games like Warhammer, or are you talking tabletop RPGs? Oh no, Grim, COD has not gotten away with using the same engine. People always criticize it when they come out with a new one. It's just that they're also not trying to do anything different, and the engine isn't really doing a whole lot. Yeah, Only War would be a big recommendation. It's basically, because Fantasy Flight made a bunch of RPGs in the 40K universe, and Only War is the Imperial Guardsman RPG. Which is why I really want to get around to playing it, but I don't really know enough people interested in 40K, or have enough time at the moment. I want to say there's a few others, but I can't really think of them at the moment.
What's the situation with the giant ant?
Right, giant ants, still in progress. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. Wait, what? Loyal may have something to help with the giant ants. Okay, then. No, I mean, Tolimi, if you think about it, most of the horrific monsters in the US are there because the government was experimenting with the forced evolutionary virus. But the Australian government, as far as is known in the Fallout canon, was not doing anything with the FEV. I'm getting some awful stutters here. So most likely nothing would change. Oh, that sounds good. But I also don't have much time for gaming at the moment, which is my other thing. Between work and I have a Godbound campaign that I'm in, which is amazing. Should probably pay more attention to the game, but I kind of keep forgetting that I'm playing something. That'd actually be kind of interesting, Tucker. Seeing, like, Australia be reasonably untouched. Oh. God, irradiated bogans. Yeah, we were talking about text to speech the other night, when they had just released the Eldar thing. And actually, we started off this stream by talking about the Man Emperor of Mankind. Praise be to the Man Emperor of Mankind. But as far as the books go, yeah, I've been reading the Tanith First and Only books, and those are really good. Let's see, Raquel said you worked
I started building a sonic emitter that might do the trick, but it's useless without knowing the exact frequency that would kill the ants.
I haven't seen anything about the Bosnian war criminal. I have no idea, Mega. Think of it as a field test. A trial run. Oh, I'm so tempted to use that answer.
If you're willing to take the risk, be my guest.
I do fully intend to read Caiaphas Cain. I tend to, like, single in on one series at a time, and I'll, like, read through all of that, and then pick up something else. I'm definitely going to get around to reading Caiaphas Cain soon, though. Oh, that guy. Yeah, I heard a little about that. That was odd. But it's... That was odd, but it's one of those things where it's like... On the one hand, like... It doesn't... I'm not entirely sure how much of a difference it makes, but on the other hand... It's just super confusing, you know? Because, I mean, like, it would have been, what, life in prison anyway. Yeah, Know Your Meme has, like, a weird amount of real news. It's really bizarre.
And then the fight started.
I really want to test out this AK, but I also don't want to waste the precious little ammo I've got on these things. I'll just use my 9.
Let's start this dance.
My 9 sub. Yes. Okay. Boone. I'm making you carry more things.
Fine by me.
I've been looking for a missile launcher for a while. Unique grenade launcher. I will definitely loot that if I find it. I use my grenade launcher quite a bit. It is my anti-legion weapon. One of 2 anti-legion weapons. Speaking of, I haven't really used the thermic lance in a while. should really get around to using that more. Docker's no good if you run out and got to switch to a different Docker. Means there's more of a break in Docker. Oh, I have my... yeah. I've also got my low light vision on because it, you know, pretty much instantly spots these fuckers when they show up. If they show up. Ooh, wait. I'm going to find scrap metal down here. Damn it. I need to drop some stuff. Boone? Boone, can you get back here? Thank you.
Fine by me.
Yeah, you're gonna have to hold my AK. And all this raw Brahmin meat.
Never mind.
Challenges on the MISC menu? Nuker, yes. Trooper is still out there somewhere. 308 Winchester, 5 FMJ. Da, da, da. Lots of ammo.
Not worth our
30
time.
mil grenades, 25 mil grenades. 10 FMJ, some 12 gauge. No 545 though. That's a little disappointing. Yeah, I'll walk around and grab that. I am going to be loaded with ammunition after this. Okay, and hey Boone.
Fine by me.
I just make Boone carry everything. I almost feel sorry. How many grenades? What? Yeah, you can carry that too. And carry that, because I don't have a 47. Yeah, I know. I do have the ant collar. I just haven't actually gotten to their nest yet. Why am I carrying a coffee pot? I'm still getting used to my weapons or not my weapons. My ammunition having weight. Why the fuck am I carrying a coffee pot? Huh. I mean, 10mm... 10mm is an actual ammunition type, and it's kind of meh. It was originally developed for 10mm auto was, from what I've read, initially developed for the government. Or for like FBI operations or something like that. And how much damage does something do? 137? How much does mine do? 137? Yeah. Wait, I'll just fix up Thump Thump a little bit. Wait. guess it's not damaged enough to maintain. Or my other one is in too good repair to... Right. Okay, yep, Boone.
Fine by me.
You're carrying my grenade launcher. And my Tokarev. For now, that's it. My favorite 40k faction, probably the Guard. And if you want me to pick a favorite regiment, probably the Tanith. Although, I suppose they're not really the Tanith anymore. They're just the Ghosts now. I say just, but they're goddamn badasses. Yep. And 40 Smith & Wesson is also a 10mm cartridge. It's still the same width. But the 10mm in-game is, I believe, supposed to be 10 auto.
Contact!
Ooh. Oh, this is not a thing that I want to be using in close quarters. I'm just gonna... see about other ammo stocks, because I'm always happy to carry a little more ammo for everything. Well, Boone is always happy, but... Rob, that sounds insane. Why is a Catechin semi-psyker working with the Talarn? It just sounds like madness, and I fully approve. Rob, you have my full approval in this. That is great. Right, I need to turn this off. Okay, and what do I have to do now? Activate the sonic emitter. Is that in there? No. No. In miscellaneous, maybe? How do I activate it? You know, I set it up and I'm not sure how to activate it. I was probably not the man for the job. Oh. Yeah, why not? Ooh, crap. I really need to get around to picking up Veronica at some point. Flip a switch inside. I really should have paid more attention. I think that's the one that that's where I placed the thing. Maybe. No. Activate. There we go. Nice. quest markers probably would... It probably would be smarter to use all my quest markers, but that would also require me to pay attention to my quest and the game in general, which I tend not to do. I'm an inattentive mess at times. And by at times, I mean always. How do I get back out? Oh, I already looted that. My usual method of gameplay is just to kind of randomly pick things up. Yeah, I had Thump Thump equipped for a moment. Huh. Oh, I think Thump Thump is a grenade rifle, not a grenade launcher. See if I can make this jump. Nice. Entirely pointless. Entirely fucking pointless. Of course it was. Way to make me feel good about myself, game. That is the best explanation. Yeah. I mean, unique grenade rifle is kind of cool, but I was using a very, very nice grenade launcher that I think does the same damage at this point. And also holds for at a time. Right, flip the breakers for this. Even when I'm trying to follow quest markers, I can't figure out where I'm supposed to go. Hey, the loot was pretty good, man. I got a shit ton of missiles and a whole lot of 5mm ammo. I don't really stay on top of the humanity fuck yeah stories. Shit. I cycled right past. I think I've got like a folder of a bunch of them of varying quality that I was reading through a while back. I have not read The Death Worlders. Certainly sounds interesting, though. Oh, most of the cabinets were empty, but I did get all of that ammo. And ammo is always worth it. Even if it's not for a gun you use, you can at the very least sell it to someone who will. Or sell it to someone who'll sell it to someone who will.
I see the power's back on. The ants are all dead?
Yep, safe to go down there
Maybe
now.
Pearl is right about you. Because I don't know how you pulled that off.
Two
I'll
people
tell Loyal
with
to send someone
lots
down
of
to clear out
guns.
the eggs and repair the generators. Good work.
When I say two people, I meant two companions and lots of guns. level up, nice. Alright. Definitely popping at least a couple of points into repair. Maybe... All of the unique all of the unique weapons can be modded because I have weapon mods expanded installed. I'm not doing medicine, Rob. I don't really use medicine. And there's no way I'm gonna get my medicine up enough to, in one level, to do the... I'm not doing medicine, and I'm not... I've already upped speech far more than I wanted to. I wanted to leave it low, but so many quests don't let you finish them unless you have a higher speech. So let's see. Been mostly using my guns. Haven't bumped survival for a while. Yeah, sure. And I'll put a couple more into repair, go towards jury-rigging. I already have comprehension, so it's not a huge deal. I can, you know, pretty easily grab a, I know min-maxing is sometimes needed, but I try to avoid it where I can. Huh. That's an interesting one. Huh. That might be useful. Do I like Hearthstone? I don't really play Hearthstone much. Weapon handling? I mean, weapon handling would be great, but I already have a strength of 8 or 9. Radiated beauty, eh. I actually don't travel into irradiated areas very much. I just take some Radaway every once in a while and I'm good. I haven't used melee in a while. I should use it more, but... Wait. I do love that it specifies 50% more damage in melee against a Deathclaw. Actually, I could up my unarmed, take Purifier, and go into battle against a Deathclaw with a Thermic Lance. I do not have Jury Rigger yet, Tucker. I don't have the repair skill for it yet. That's why I'm bumping repair a little. Strongback is in fact helpful. I'm just kind of looking through my options. I might take another point in Demolitions Expert. Actually, no. I'm gonna take Spray and Pray. Just much less damage to companions. Meaning my grenade rifle won't kill Cass again.
a glorious day in this man's army.
Who's my favorite companion? For right now, it's kind of a toss-up. I have 2 out of 3 of the companions that I've ever played with here with me right now. It's a debate between Cass and Veronica, because Veronica's pretty damn cool. I think I may have already gotten that one. I need to double check. Got that one. Oh. Challenges. Nice. Let's see, yeah, shoot 'em up, got it. Up close. Could kill a few more people. Rifleman. That's not gonna be hard to do. Just use this machine a little more. Yep, it's because the hotel is considered a player-owned bed, and only player-owned beds are. Super Mutant Massacre. Did I kill a super mutant? I actually don't remember. Oh, yeah, there was that one Nightkin. Right, I remember that. On the bugged quest. Shoot him up again. Yeah. Kaboom. I can kill you with one hand. Energetic. No. Because I hate energy weapons. I misread that for a moment and thought it said Demise of the Machine God. Kill abominations. Huh. White Line Nightmare. Huh. I guess that's supposed to be a Mad Max reference. Maybe I should get the Bozar. See you later, Rob. Chat's been good tonight, so it shouldn't be too much of a problem. Let's see. The same could be said of all religious weapons. Huh. I should get around to grabbing a Light and Shining Darkness. That's a nice one. They really are. Talk about owned. Nope. Sick Temper Tyrannus. Nope. Nice. I should get around to doing that. Dying ain't much of a living. Huh. I should probably shoot more with, say, a revolver. Oh, I already have Benny's gun. I shot Benny in the back of the head with a hunting shotgun. I never never did play I Wanna Be the Guy. I am familiar with it, though. I'm not sure I want to play it because of that. Okay, wow. That is a ridiculous... Wow, no. I'm surprised I haven't killed any with a service rifle at this point. Ooh. I have no interest in doing Deathclaw Pro. It just sounds like a bad time. Alright. Quests. Boomers around Nellis and map. Okay. Seems like... I think this is the way to the guy who... Yeah, I'd rather not do... I'd rather not buy up all of the armor-piercing 22 in the entire Mojave Wasteland. Favorite reading? I'm not actually sure. Come to think of it...
Another glorious day in this man's army.
What is it, outsider?
Anything else I can help
The
out
next
with?
time you leave Nellis, keep an eye out for missiles. We're down to a 5-year supply for our launchers.
5 years? Not sure if I'll be able to spare any,
Fine.
but I'll let you know. But yeah, favorite story. Crod was a lot of fun. That was one of the stories that really got my group into gaming. Old Man Henderson, another great one. No. Bonzi. Bonzi has got to be my favorite story. Just
You should get
I
out
forgot
of
to turn
my face.
streamer mode on Discord. I need to fix that before I start getting more messages. There we go. There we go.
Get yourself hurt.
Alright. You, yes.
What is it, outsider?
Goodbye, okay. Anyone else in here? No, you were the only one in here. Alright, I think I'm gonna do whatever I can around here, and then I'm gonna make the long walk to Helios next time I stream. Henderson was the first one I really started doing. And the Old Guardsman Party is great.
You're the outsider. Mother Pearl sent word that you'd be stopping by. You must be eager to hear the story of our people.
Yep. Who are you?
Me? I'm Pete, keeper of the story. I know I seem kind of young. I was the apprentice keeper of the story until a couple months ago. But old Keeper Don, well, whiskey and landmines don't go together. So it's up to me. I bet you want to know everything about us.
Yeah, sure. I'd like to know all about you guys.
Wonderful. I'm sure you've noticed the mural on the wall of this hut. Shall I tell you what it all means?
Sure, I can spare the time. Oh, jeez, it's this guy again. I'm almost entirely certain that it's the same one. His name is so long that Restream doesn't actually let me do anything. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Let me see if I can do... There we go. Okay. I think that blocked him. It didn't block him. Was this motherfucker waiting for Rob to leave? I think he was. Jesus fucking Christ. Okay. You've got to be fucking... Oh, this is like 2 or 3 people. And he must be doing some kind of... He must have some kind of automation going to get the... messages coming out so fast. Jesus Christ, you fucking dick. Yeah. Yeah, he just created an immensely long username and made it like 10, 12 times. And chat was so calm tonight. I'm trying to go through and get all of these, but every time I scroll back up, there's another one. Oh, and I think I created one of his others. Or not created, I think I caught one of his others. Okay. I think that was it. At least for now. Yeah, that would have been like, if it had happened once, if he'd sent one message out, it might have been like, oh, haha, he's being a dumbass. But this guy keeps creating more accounts and just being a fucking dick. So it's just annoying. Yeah. Like, once or twice, it's troll, whatever. But the longer it goes on, it just... Yeah. How many did I ban? Like, at least 10. Yeah. Damn it, of all the times for Rob to go to bed. Alright, yeah, sure I can spare the time.
Imagine you're the
Oh my fucking god! I think there was actually a slightly larger delay on... Alright.
Excellent.
Okay.
Ages ago, long before
right.
I was born,
Kid.
we lived underground. Everyone had guns, but the Overseer wouldn't let us explode anything, not even a hand grenade.
Okay. Oh, please don't tell me the quest glitch, because I paused. It was kind of funny for a moment. It just got old really quickly. It's one of those things where it's like, if something dumb happens, I can laugh at it. If it starts getting in the way of other stuff, it's just frustrating. Now his head is twitching like a fucking broken mannequin. Yeah, I do need more mods. I'm just not really sure who to... Oh, god damn it. Oh, please don't. Okay, great. And now the game bug's out. Yeah, I do need a few more mods. I just, you know, not entirely sure who to add at the moment. If Pavel was here, I'd probably add him, because he helped me out with the guy who was spamming the chat in Russian a few nights ago. I wouldn't have even noticed if it hadn't been brought to my attention. Let's see. Oh yeah, it's gonna happen again. I know it is, but... Comedy comes in 3, but this isn't comedy. Looks like I'm having some connection troubles, but I'm not getting the usual frame drops that come with it. Where is this going to be listed? Stop telling the story after the first part. Wait a few times to get him to restart the story and hopefully go on. On the PC, you can use the console code disable, then enable him again. This will reset him. Actually, before I do this, I'm actually going to walk. I'm going to take a nice long walk and come back. I'm going to nip down to Helios, and I'm going to pick up Veronica, because I finally decided I want Veronica around. This game does not feel the same without One Punch Girl. Yeah. See, Grim gets it. Yeah. If you're gonna be a dick troll, like I'm almost certain he's using some form of automation there. And you know, okay, neat, you're using automation. It's like, you know, I can admire it as a test of an automated spam thing. But at that point, it's like, once you know that it works, stop being boring with it and start doing something creative with it. And then you'll be A, impressive with your massive amounts of dickishness, and B, be entertaining with how fucking bizarre and sudden it is. I should probably turn off push notifications for YouTube. I just got a couple and they started blocking the chat. I'll need to take a look at that soon. Exactly. If you want to be a troll, put effort in it. Like, I used to be really easy to piss off. Like, it was really easy to get me frothing at the mouth angry and, like, screaming. That was a long time ago. And now I just get kind of exasperated and just, you know, stop caring immediately. It can be entertaining, though, to see someone actually try and piss me off. Hey, look who it is! Oh, no. I'm probably dead here. Okay, healing powder. Okay, alright. Instant bags. Drink of water. Out of sunset. Fuck it, I'll take a super. And I think I could use a whiskey. Close range hunting shotgun. Oh, bullshit. Cass's fucking slow down voice there. I think that was worth it. That alone was worth it. sad part about all the overly edgy, obnoxious stuff like that is like it's hard. Like it's not even the edgy middle schoolers anymore. Like I'm used to edgy middle schoolers. I was an edgy middle schooler. Everyone was an edgy middle schooler. It's kind of a redundant phrase. It's just, if you were a middle schooler, you were an edgelord at some point. But like, it gets to the point where it's like, people who didn't stop trying to be edgy, and it just gets kind of like, and it just gets to the point of like, it's like, are you serious? It's like, do you seriously still think that that's interesting? Like, I get it. Everyone went through that phase in middle school where they thought, you know, cursing, like, spouting as many curses as you possibly could, and just shock humor and all that was funny. Was like the funniest thing in the world. And then most of us were sensible human beings and realized that that is not the only source of humor. That is not the only source of ways to make yourself interesting. And some of us didn't, and that's sad. And yeah, we're all guilty of edgelording a little. And I mean, even just shock humor. Shock humor can be done really well. Good shock humor is like some of the funniest shit. But there's so much bad shit you gotta sift through that is just depressing to run into. I'm just gonna quick save here. Probably gonna come running over those hills again. I'm actually gonna turn on my low light vision. Just for a nice early warning. It's a little bright, but yep. Shit. I should have grabbed my missile launcher from Boone.
Need a medic.
Time for some get
Nice. I only need to kill one more person with explosives. Should probably eat. I have some squirrels. I thought I had some squirrel stew. That's a shame. Yeah, some of these guys probably have food on them. Maybe. Ooh. Yay. I remember the brush gun being one of my favorite games in my last playthrough. Favorite games, favorite guns. Wait, why am I picking that up? Yeah, I think we've all got like that one thing that we've been working on and off for who knows how many years. Those are always the most interesting projects, the ones where like someone's just been working on it for so long. Sometimes they're really good, sometimes they're really bad, but they always have that sort of, like, someone really cared about writing this sort of thing to them. And that's always really cool. Ooh, I can fix up this machine a little bit. Hey, Boone, do you mind carrying some stuff? Nope, not Cass. Boone, do you mind carrying some stuff for me?
Fine by me.
Thought you'd say that. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna hand you the brush gun. Yeah. I've got an issue where I keep starting on a project and then forgetting about it and starting on a new project. Never really finishing anything. There was a novel I was working on at one point, and then an RPG system I wanted to make, and...
Ranger at the ready.
Aren't you supposed to be following me?
Ranger at the ready.
Trooper's counterpart who died horribly in a Legion gunfight? I'm not even gonna... Wait, I don't want to waste ammo for this. I mean, I have tons of ammo, but I also don't want to waste ammo for it.
Eat this!
Serving hurt. You like that?
Huh.
You like that?
Well, I hope you do. I hope you do finish it at some point.
You like that?
It's dead. Jesus Christ. The NCR are fucking insane. Oh, and she's following me now. The NCR are just fucking insane. Or at least the ones that I keep getting sent. Of course, I have my doubts that the Legion would really be any better. Shit, why am I even thinking about that? There's no way in hell I'm signing up with the Legion just for that. You know, Talimi, you make a good point. If we wind up encountering zombies, at the very least, she'll always be the one to double tap. And what's that? Rule number 3 of the zombie apocalypse, I want to say. I think it's rule number 3. Or no, what was it? Rule number 1 was cardio. 2 was seat belts. 3... I think 3 was double tap. Or was it 1 was cardio, 2 was double tap, 3 was seat belts? I think that was the order. And then what was it? Rule number 19 was avoid toilets? Mega, it's a thing from Zombieland, which is a really good movie. I highly recommend watching it if you haven't. It's more Shaun of the Dead than Dawn of the Dead. Huh, me? Tucker? It was a while ago. I've tried writing several. At one point there was one that I started writing that was something like some guy getting transported to, like, mysteriously transported to a new world where there's just nothing. It's just like this empty planet, and just having to survive out in this empty wilderness that he was completely unprepared for. And I was thinking of, adding in other people, and sort of a mixture of Everworld and Invitation to the Game, sort of, or the last parts of Invitation to the Game, which was a really good book that I also get the feeling that no one has ever heard of. And Everworld was also a really fun series. It was written by the same person who wrote Animorphs. It was about a group of high schoolers getting transported to a world full of ancient mythology that was basically sustained by people's beliefs and the whims of their particular gods. Which was, it was a really neat series. I remember liking it a lot. A Remington 870, huh? Deals how much? 7.3 times 10. Whereas this thing deals 10.6 times 7. Alright, I'll hand it off to Boone and...
Fine by me.
Eventually see about repairing it, maybe. I'll probably forget, because I always forget. But yeah, Shaun of the Dead and Hot Fuzz are really good movies. Ithaca? I wonder if I can repair the... Boone.
Fine by me.
Like a couple feet closer. Just handed it to you. There we go. Now I can only repair it with the hunting shotgun, and I'm not wasting that.
Fine by me.
An MP412 Rex. I think I might be on more of a delay than I was at this point. I read something like 30 of the Animorphs books before I finally kind of lost track. I haven't thought about those in years. I know they finally did an ending. Which I keep feeling like I should go back and read through. But I don't know. I'm not sure if it would really be the same. Well, I mean, I know it wouldn't really be the same. It was written for a somewhat younger audience than myself, but still. I mean, I say that, but Animorphs got really fucking dark at times. Like 90s kids cartoons surprised, like 90s kids cartoon dark. And when those wanted to be dark, those would be dark. That sounds pretty neat. Hey DCP, welcome to the stream. New Year's. The arbitrary day where we decide one year ends and the next begins. Shit, I'm not going fisticuffs here. And are those fiends? Those are fiends. How am I still considered sneaking?
Can't run from me.
Serving up some hurt. Someone's looking to cash their chips early.
Yeah, Animorphs was really dark when they felt like being dark. Yeah, I was like 10 or 11. Jeez. And it was like there was that whole thing of like they kept drawing the lines that they refused to cross and then crossing them in the next book or a couple books down the line just for the sake of winning. And jeez, that got rough. Yeah, it's like, we never stay in form more than 2 hours. And then Tobias gets stuck as a bird. It's like, and the whole description of how, like, it's like, oh, you know, like, logically I should really go for the, like, logically killing children is better than killing adults. And, like, having that whole conversation with himself while hunting, and that was a fucked up bit to read. Granted, he was talking about rabbits, but it was still really...
Have you seen that tower on the strip all lit up? You can see it for miles.
Hey there, need anything?
Possibly. Yeah, that whole series was just... like, when they felt like being dark, it got dark. Yes, I'll buy your whiskey. Yes, Tobias got stuck as a red-tailed hawk after the 5th book.
Hey there. Need anything?
But yeah, they were good books. Ooh, a case box of 545. I will buy that. What's it? Do you have primer? I will also take your whiskey. No. Yeah. I tend to forget what I've said, like, the moment it's out of my mouth. Oh, geez, it... maybe, like... years ago. Okay, you make a good point, DCP. I never have seen a squirrel. I'll hand you about 20 of my grenades. Just so I can walk again. I want to say it was like 13 last time I read them, so maybe 6 years ago. Now, longer than that, because I was at... yeah, I'd switched schools after that. Maybe... I want to say around 8, maybe 9 years ago. So it's been a while, but I still remember a surprising amount. But yeah, Animorphs was... It was a war. They were fighting a war. And they did not sugarcoat that. Seriously, I would be fully unsurprised if at the end of the series, at least half of them had PTSD of some form. Oh no, that's the 188. Squirrel might be ghoul. It might just be a name they use for various suspicious meats. Oh yeah, Grimm, they kept writing, or it's like they kept writing Animorphs books until maybe a year or two ago. They finally did a finale.
I've still got guns and ammo.
They went on for a really long time. Wait, that was the wrong. Show me what we have for sale. Okay. Let's start with ammo. You have, like, no ammo. I mean, they still have strange meat, but I mean, like, in terms of, like, it's, for, like, strange meat that they're trying to that someone's trying to pass off as something else. Yeah. Let's go check with the Gunrunners guy under here. He's not here. Where the hell is he? Yeah, I know there were a number of people who, like, went back and just, like, skipped over all the stuff they'd missed and just read the last one. Just to see how it ended. Given that, you know, that's several years of regular releases that you'd have to sift through. So, you know, fair enough, but still. Yeah, there you are.
Still making a nuisance?
That's not a terrible idea, in all honesty, at least in Fallout. Apparently it is supposed to be a very healthy diet. Yay, ammo for my AK! Finally! I might take that, but it's only 16. That's not a full magazine. If I can get a full magazine, I'll take it, but I can't. 939, but I don't have an ASVAD or a... Yeah, that is one hell of a run. They even had a TV series on Nickelodeon for a little while. See you later, Tucker. Have a nice night. I have so much fucking 5mm. I could go pick up a minigun. I have a minigun lying around somewhere. I think I have the strength to use it, too. Yeah, it's a good, like 20 hours for me. Well, I mean, Animorphs was incredibly big in, you know, the late 90s, early 2000s. You know, had the Nickelodeon TV series, and then it kind of dropped off the radar for a little while. I guess a lot of the people who had started reading it felt like they were too old for it, and, you know, it's the way things go. Like, hell, when I picked up reading them, there were 70-something books, I want to say. And there was a big old backlog that I had to start reading through, that I had to just read through. That was nuts. Alright, Legion money that I picked off of corpses. Keep forgetting that's a thing. Oh no, there are fan groups. There are some pretty serious fan groups as far as Animorphs goes. And you know, it's one of those things where I would not call that entirely unwarranted. It had a, you know, had a fucking long run. A lot of the time, I will honestly say that certain fan groups have no business being fans of something. There are certain things that are just kind of dumb.
First recon's at Camp Forlorn Hope.
Alright, let's go grab Veronica. You.
No offense, but you look like you've traveled a long way down some bad roads. Where'd you come from?
I came from the grave.
Huh. Well, in that case, I take it back. You look pretty good, given the circumstances. Well, welcome then. I'm Veronica. I live in a hole in the ground.
Sure, you live in a hole in the ground.
Well, a bunker, if you want to get technical. I think it sounds more interesting my way. But I'm not there
Agreed.
much anymore. I'm usually out here picking up food and supplies for my family. Whatever they need.
Exactly, it's one of those things. It's like, I really want to know how it ends, but I also really want to read through the rest, because I feel like I'll be lost if I don't. So you just leave your family in the bunker?
I'm not worried. They can handle themselves. But somebody has to get the groceries, know what I mean? And actually these days, I think they'd rather have me out here anyway. But that's a whole other story. So listen, can I ask you something on the level?
That is myself pouring a fresh cup of tea whenever I run out. I have a big pot full of tea sitting off to my side, and I tend to restock frequently. Let's see. Go ahead.
I had a run-in with this group calling themselves the Brotherhood of Steel. Pretty strange bunch. Do you know anything about them?
Well, I want to say at one point someone got killed, or like, I know, like, I vaguely remember someone getting themselves killed. And I also remember, they got the Andalite. What was it? What do they call them? They called them Axe. Jesus, I think I used Axe as a username on a couple of things in, like, the early 2000s. No. Only Colonel 100s use shit buckets. I'm not a Colonel 100. Yeah. They shoot like... No. Know who they are. I don't really care about their agenda.
Yeah, it's pretty far out, right? Fixating on old technology just doesn't seem very relevant to most people's lives. Hey, so where are you headed anyway?
I already saw my old friend. Just kind of drift from place to place. That is the best description for what I've been doing. Ah.
Just wherever the wind takes you, huh? I like that. Keeps things interesting. I'll be honest. You're the first person I've run across out here that looks like he can really handle himself. There are places I've never been to that'd be too dangerous for just me. What do you think? Maybe we could travel together. Help each other out.
Jesus, and a Battlefield Friends fan. I really wish they'd do a Battlefield 1 series, but on the other hand, you know, they do what they want to do. If the fans dictated what everyone did, that would not end well for anyone. It would just make a lot of miserable creators. And given how divided a lot of fan bases are. Oh, Battlefield Friends made a joke about, the Colonel 100 in their, the Colonel 100 in their series, unlocking a bipod for his knife. I think it was the noob. The noob got a kill assist and started bragging about all the assists he was getting. And then the Colonel and they're making fun of him for it, and then the Colonel 100 comes over and he's like, "Thanks." I was like, "Thanks, you just helped me unlock the bipod for my knife." And he just like, pulls out a combat knife that just has a bipod dangling off of it. And that was back on Battlefield 3, and then they added the C100 knife in Battlefield 4, which had a bipod on it. They released a video recently, apparently, so they were releasing stuff on Machinima, and Machinima is not exactly a good place to is not exactly good to their creators, and screwed them over repeatedly until they finally, until there was some contract disputes and they finally got to leave. So they haven't been able to make anything for a little while, and now that they're able to again, they're not really sure what to make. And it's not the first time that Machinima has done this either. Rooster Teeth used to be on Machinima, and they just bailed really quickly. I'm not sure what the story on that was. Ross Scott, who did, I should say does, I keep forgetting, there's Freeman's Mind 2 now. Ross Scott, who did the original Freeman's Mind and now Freeman's Mind 2 and Ross's Game Dungeon, originally did stuff on Machinima, and jumped ship at around episode 40 of Freeman's Mind because of contract issues and issues with him, with his pay, and just Machinima treating him like garbage. He had to fight to keep some of the rights to his show. Jeez, Machinima is just a mess. It's hard to believe that they still exist at this point, but they do. Yeah, where are you hoping to go?
Oh, nowhere in particular, really. Just hoping to see more of the world. Looking for a fresh perspective. I want to see how different groups have adapted to survive in the Mojave. See if there's something I can learn from.
Yeah, Machinima used to have a lot of cool stuff on it. I remember there was a thing that was just sort of a one-shot little series that that Rooster Teeth did with a similar concept as Red vs. Blue. Called Panics, which was a fear machinima that they did with a very similar concept to Red vs. Blue, and it was pretty funny, but kind of hard to find now. Or, well, not exactly hard to find, but they never continued it, and it doesn't get much recognition anymore. Hey, Robo. You popped in at the right time, after all the spamming. See you later, Talimi. Have a good New Year's. Right, don't you have a family to feed?
Like I said, they can handle themselves. And I'm not the only one getting supplies for them. It's a big family.
Sure, family. Alright, okay, let's travel together.
Now you're talking. One thing you should know first, though. I ask you about the Brotherhood because I'm one of them. I know, but I had to know how you react when I told you. We have made a lot of enemies. You still okay bringing me along?
Yeah, sure. All you missed was the most uncreative spammer that I've had on the channel yet. He didn't even come up with new names for his various spam accounts. Like the last one. Alright. I'm more comfortable knowing
I'm great at punching people. I'm not gonna lie. It's a gift. Well, thanks for taking a chance on a naive young girl from California with stars in her eyes and a pneumatic gauntlet on her hand. Let's hit the road, huh?
And the army grows. Veronica. Guess I have to talk to her for this.
What'd you think of Mr. House? I was surprised he only had the 2 robot sex slaves.
He was not still misquoting. He just changed... I'm not sure if it was the same guy. I think it was. And he just kept posting the numbers 1 through 6 in individual comments over and over with like 5 different accounts at a time. With various names. Most of them were just like strings of random slurs. One was a Westboro Baptist name. So, you know. I didn't mind the Lions Brotherhood so much, DCP. I thought they were... I did like that they kind of acknowledged that the Lions Brotherhood really were more of the outcasts than, you know, the Brotherhood outcasts. But because they had the backing of the person who was technically supposed to be their leader, they were considered the main. If only he'd been that creative, Robo. Alright, can you help me craft something?
Step it.
Okay. See, energy cell, overcharge cell, nope. Recycling. Yes. I wish that... Ooh, and replacement armor plating. I want that. And... How do I make the weapon? Oop. How do I make the weapon repair kit? Replacement parts, wonder glue, replacement electronics, and duct tape. Right, I remember doing this and not having enough science for the replacement electronics. Let me just double check that. Huh. So motorcycle gas tanks are things to look for. Oh, I have enough science for that now. Nice. There we go. Okay, she's behind Boone. Damn, a White Wolf and Fallout. That'd be interesting. I'm not sure if that's a good interesting or a bad interesting. See you later, Mega. Happy New Year. Because, geez, I keep saying that tonight. White Wolf makes some very interesting conversation, or are very interesting when it comes to, you know, world building and conversation stuff. But they've got some awful tendencies when it comes to making combat. It always winds up being kind of a chore and kind of a mess and clunky as fuck. Also, Robo, why have you been up for 20 hours? That's a terrible plan. I mean, I say that, although I used to stay up for ridiculous amounts of time. Let's see, I believe Boone still has the majority of my stuff on him.
Fine by me.
What did I want? I guess the gecko meat and the Brahmin meat. Yeah, that is a fair point. I really need to get around to playing the Masquerade.
Fine by me.
Oh. Huh. And I should still be underweight for... Nice. Alright. Oof. That just sounds fucking miserable, man. And as someone who works in a grocery store and worked in a grocery store during the holiday, during the Christmas and Thanksgiving rushes, I feel you. It's no fun. Ugh. That's just fucking wrong. I really hate stuff like that where it's like... Or I really hate when, you know, shit like that happens. It's just... Like... It's just really fucked up that any employer does that. Employers tend to do that, but... Right, I didn't quite put the marker in the right place, did I? Or no, I did. I'm just an idiot. Alright, nothing new. What the... Fuck. What's the no clip command? Can't remember it off the top of my head. Yeah, and I mean, that's fair enough, walking away with 130 in tips, but you should still be paid for the work. TCL, I tried TCP. So this place is broken. Let's see if waiting fixes it. Do I have too many people, maybe? Okay, 5 an hour is fucked. Although I know that is actually still more than restaurant workers are required to... Actually, let me just... Since I'm already here... I'll just fast travel and see if that fixes it. No. So I can't get into the ranger station now. This is the place you get for being friends with the NCR. And I think I may have too many people. I'm gonna see about killing the... What the fuck is going on? What is happening? Why is this happening? Oh my God, what is happening here? Yeah. Whoa. I think that area might be broken currently for some reason. Whoa. Looks like there's just a section of land here that is... No? Okay. Where'd that NCR Ranger go?
Check your fire! The fight started.
Okay, what is going on? This isn't mods, because I haven't changed anything. I haven't changed anything for like several streams. Hopefully, having a reasonable amount of followers will fix this. No. Maybe? I should also turn this off so I don't waste... Shit. Okay. Looks like now that I've gotten rid of her, things are slightly less broken. I say slightly less. Now... You can't... I'm not jumping or falling. Oh my God. Stop. Fast travel to NCR Ranger Safe House. Oh. My fucking God. Stop it. Stupid game. Okay. And it's still broken. Okay, how do I COC into the NCR Safe House? I'm not really used to using console commands. I might give that a shot. The fix is to reload a prior save. And if my last save was several hours ago, oh, thanks, man. That saves me some trouble. 201. Oh, fuck you, Safin. I've mostly been relying on autosaves because I don't really have... No. I am not manually opening the menu and saving again every 10 minutes. I have quick saved, but my last quick save was a little while ago too. I understand how quick save works. And I think New Vegas just crashed because I tried to zone in. I'll give it a moment just in case it hung. This is the buggiest stream yet. Look, I do quick save fairly often. I don't... I think I saw that. I might give it a shot. Yeah. Did it? Okay, no, it is opening. Good. Good, good. Let's see. I think my last quick save was leaving Nellis, maybe? This is gonna be a pain in the ass. Well, I'm not saying the buggiest of any Bethesda game stream. The buggiest of my New Vegas streams. Crash. Uploaded on Crash. Or saved on Crash. Let's see if this fixes anything. See you later, Robo. Sleep well. Okay, cool. I got lucky there. Let's see. Wait, no, that's my combat armor. The Ranger combat armor. Why can't I repair Ranger combat armor with the armor plating? I don't have very many mods in at all. And less mods is not always the best. I've got... Let me see, how many mods do I have? I've got 47 mods. And a lot of those are just and that's also listing, you know, patches for various mods and things like that. So I don't really have terribly many in. Let's see. small rifle, 5.56, and 5mm gives me pistol powder. It's weird. Yeah, so I can break down all my 5.56 and get myself some, powder for 5.45. That also seems like a dumb thing to do. Where'd Veronica go? There she is. Okay. Let's just head on towards Novak. Wait, why Novak? Why am I heading to Novak? Heading somewhere. Picked up. Let's see. I picked up One Punch Girl. And there was something that I was gonna go to Helios 1, and that just happens to be very, very close to Novak. That is very true, Mr. Trilb. Although New Vegas actually doesn't have anything, or doesn't exactly have an unofficial patch. What it does have is Yup, which is Yugachai's unofficial patch, which is a little bit different from the usual unofficial Bethesda patches. Either way, I think you're crazy, Safin, if you really don't use mods. Although I have met people who enjoy a game, like, playing 100% vanilla games. It's not my thing. Yeah, Blambu, we were talking about that earlier. Bethesda really needs a new engine. Their engine is a mess. They've been using the same engine since Morrowind and refuse to update. Well, they make tweaks to it, but they refuse to actually update the engine, and it's just kind of immensely stupid. But they're Bethesda, so they can get away with it, despite people yelling at them over it. Every time they release a new game. That was one of the hopes with Fallout 4. People were like, hey, they might use a new engine. And they even said, oh, we're using a new engine called the Creation Engine. And then it releases. And it turns out Creation Engine just means we kinda updated Gamebryo again. Even Fallout 4, you can't actually use the unofficial patch for it on console because they can't use the script extender. Anything that requires a script extender can't be used on console. Actually, I have a quest here anyway, which is why I'm going here, so why am I not just using that marker? Ah, just nice. You're not wrong there. I'm not sure how anyone can play any kind of shooter with a... Yeah, and it's a really stupid thing. Like, they kept calling it a new engine when they were doing promotional stuff. But it's like, oh hey, you're using a new engine. You're calling it the Creation Engine. Yep. Like, is there anything actually different about it? We improved our cloth textures and gave you a new character generation method. Huh? That's not a new engine. That's tweaks to an old engine. It's like, no, it's totally a new engine. Do you know what new engine means? Or, yeah. Seems it's nearing 5 a.m.
Hey, man.
Things are starting to quiet down. I may finish off my pot of tea and call it a night. Because I got a few things to do for New Year's. I have my yearly chess game with my dad. And I've also got New Year's Finest to do. Oh yeah, I'm like the control or like movement and speed of movement control isn't really a big thing when it comes to FPSs. It's great for stealth games though. I'll say that. But the it's just flat out worse for aiming, and it's like there is it's just not worth it. And yeah, there are not enough buttons. It's one of the reasons that it baffles me that they put Elite Dangerous on on console. It's like how many weird button combinations do you have to... Like, I haven't played it on console. But I know that that game has a fuck ton of weird, or of, like, extra buttons that you need mapped. And it's like... How the hell do you play it like that? It's like, how many weird button combinations do you need to have to actually be able to play it? You know? It just does not seem like a good idea. Yeah. I actually do have a flight controller. I got it a long while ago. It's a Thrustmaster. I don't remember which model specifically, but it was like sort of a low end budget flight controller. I mostly use it for X, which I need to play more of.
Hey, man.
I would stream that. I feel like it would be an excellent stream game, but I need to figure out how to actually get it to record, and that's more effort than I feel like putting in. Now you've used it for, what's it called? I was playing it recently. I was playing it not long ago, and I already can't remember the name. No, it's not a thing I can interact with. All the way back up to Dallas. Yes, X Beyond the Frontier. It is a very fun game. A little dated, but it does most of the things that Elite Dangerous does, except not made by scummy devs. And I'm also super excited for Star Citizen whenever they finally get around to releasing that. I have because I accidentally got a free copy of Star Citizen I really should not have gotten my free copy of Star Citizen. But I'm also not going to complain because I'm happy to have a free copy of that game. No, I need to kill a couple more enemies with rifle grip weapons, so, you know. But yeah, like when I built my computer, I got an AMD graphics card, and it came with a free game, but I only got the R7 260X. So I was only supposed to be able to pick, I think, 1 or 2 of the games they considered the bronze level. Jeez, I forgot how insane she is. Yeah, I forgot how insane Veronica is. But yeah, so I got my, you know, I built my computer, and I got, you know, an R7 260X to put in it for a graphics card, because I was on a pretty big budget at the time, and still am. I'm still on that same computer. And I got, you know, I got a code that was supposed to give me what they considered bronze level games, which were mostly like little indie titles. I think one of the titles was Guacamelee, which I thought about grabbing. But I saw Star Citizen, and I was like, I'm probably not able to grab this. I clicked it, and it just added it to the games. It's like, wait, you're telling me they didn't actually think to disable that? Huh. I hope they fix this before someone takes advantage of this. Before someone gets far more than they're supposed to. But who would do that? Certainly not me. I am certainly not taking a free copy of Star Citizen. Vault 11. Huh. Vault 11. Why does that name sound familiar? I do love that ding. I have never actually watched Seinfeld. You know? Security recording, vault entrance. Note added.
Are we really gonna do this? It's open. We could just leave.
I couldn't. Not after that.
We don't deserve to leave. A shining example. That's what it called us. But we were. We did what we were supposed to. Not by a long shot. Anybody would have done what we did.
You ask me? That's exactly the problem. Now let's get on with this.
I'll go first. Wait. People should know what happened. They could learn from it. If there's anyone out there at all, I hope they never have to find out. Ready, Harry? Yeah.
Oh, Yes, I do remember. I've gone over that question a couple of times. I tried to play the original Fallout once, and it did not exactly go well, so I kind of gave up on it after a bit. It's one of those things where I do feel like I should probably go back and play through it to some degree, but on the other hand, you know.
Themselves.
Oh yeah, Vault-Tec are psychos. The worst part is they didn't actually expect a expect a nuclear war to break out. They
You're just in time for your
so, you know, they really were just doing this to fuck with people. Just seeing this group of people wander like this.
Don't see a thing. Don't see a thing.
That was the wrong one. Dear fellow Vault Dweller, congratulations. Your dedication to the democratic process is the bedrock upon which the continued stability of Vault 11 is based. Now, to help you make your decision for this year's election, the coalition of Vault 11 voting blocks has put together this handy dweller's official guide to obtaining overseers democratically, or do good, that contains a summary of the leading candidates for overseer, as well as their statements, key positions, and most importantly, endorsements. Sincerely, Roy Gottlieb, Chairman, Coalition of Vault 11 Voting Blocks. President, Justice Block. Candidate, Henry Glover. Endorsements, Utilitarian Block. Divine Will Block. Allied Services Workers Block. I'm a devoted husband and father of 6 beautiful children. My oldest, Sam, was on the honor roll this quarter, and I couldn't be prouder of him. My youngest, Henry Jr., just said his first word, and it was Dada. We've got this bond already, and he's still just a baby. Friends, when you go to the polls this election, I want you to think of your own children. And I want you to think of Sam and Henry Jr. And I want you to think of Sam and Henry Jr., their face. Picture their faces. Nate Stone should be overseer, not me. That's possible, but I remember the whole point being, like, they didn't expect the nuclear war. And, like, they really did just want to make it look like it was a possibility to get test subjects, which is fucked. Candidate, Donna Haley. Endorsements, Human Dignity Block, United Vault Technicians Block. I'm aware of the rumors circulating about me. I want everyone to know that they are vicious lies being spread by other candidates in a desperate smear campaign. I have never in my life done anything so depraved, let alone for such things. But even if I had, that still wouldn't mean you should vote for me. Consider the fact that I am grossly underqualified for the position, and that both of my opponents are far more deserving. I know nothing about governance. You would be hard-pressed to find a worse candidate than me. I can promise you my administration would be a disaster. Candidate, Nathan Stone. Endorsement, Justice Block. This is ridiculous. I shouldn't even be a candidate. And I wouldn't be if it weren't for all the dirty backroom politics going on around here. It's sickening. You should all be ashamed. Notice of postponement. Fellow citizens, Due to the tragic events of the past 2 days, the coalition of Vault 11 voting blocks has unanimously decided to postpone the election for Overseer pending further investigation into the murders. Your security team wishes you to know that they are working tirelessly day and night to find the perpetrator, and are already following up on a number of promising leads. God willing, if the killer is apprehended swiftly, we may have found a promising new candidate for Overseer. Sincerely, Terry Wart, President, Human Dignity Block. Effective immediately, the traditional selection process for Overseer is hereby ended. In lieu of a yearly election, a citizen will be chosen 1 month prior to the start of his or her term with our mainframe's random number generator, ensuring complete impartiality and fairness. Catherine Stone, Overseer.
Yeah, better run. Them, not us.
Was that Cass or Veronica who just said that? I'm not sure which would be sillier. Ooh, that was money. Granted, a minuscule amount of money, but money.
Gone now.
That one's already dead. Most of these are already dead. I think I already went here. Oh, I've got an awful sense of direction. He's still there. Trooper is in the walls again. Ah, great. Fucking great. Enemies, this must be the correct direction. The direction of correction. Maybe. Oh, there's an unopened door. An unopened door back out into an area I've already been. Great.
Can't run from me. NCR trooper, for some reason.
Over here.
I really don't know why that reload animation is so satisfying to me. For some reason it is. Anywhere else to go? Yes. Probably. Well, at this point it seems like chat is quieting down quite a bit. It's about 5:15 now. So I think this is right around where I should right around where I should call it for the night. So I'll see you all later. Have a nice night. And I will be later tonight at 10 o'clock in the 10 o'clock at night Eastern Standard Time. Myself and a group of my friends will be streaming various board games and card games such as Cards Against Humanity to celebrate the New Year's in our yearly tradition of New Year's Finest. I hope to see you all there. Have a nice night, guys.